What's going on, guys? Brad Abbott here. This one is going to be a lot of fun. Today, we're talking about the making of the Tomorrow music video and the incredible people that were involved. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So first and foremost, I have to send out some thank yous. Everyone involved in making this video is somebody that I've known for a long time and is close to me personally and is a good friend of mine. So I want to thank you guys for wanting to be involved in this video in the first place. You guys came through for me, knowing that the budget was small and that it was volunteer work, basically. And the only compensation was a little pizza party. And you guys still wanted to do it because, one, you got a lot of love for me and you've always supported me. And two, you knew we were going to have some fun. And that's what we did. I had an incredible time with you guys shooting this video. And again, I cannot thank you enough for just wanting to be involved in the first place. It warms my heart. You're awesome. I appreciate you. We filmed the Tomorrow video entirely in my hometown of Jeanette with these people that were close to me, and it's based around this song that I've been writing since 2021, and I actually finished it earlier this year. I finalized the lyrics. I think I was done with the lyrics in March, and then we started recording them and got them done. So I started writing the song in summer of 2021, and it started out with the guitar line, but the lyrics were a struggle from the beginning. I couldn't quite figure out how I wanted the lyrics to go. The first chorus I had was just awful and terrible and bad. And the song got rewritten probably 6, 7, or maybe even 8 to 10 times. I don't know, but a lot. There was a lot of idea changes. But the premise was always kind of the same. The guitar line stayed the same from the beginning, and it reminded me, or it kind of pushed me in the direction of the world we live in today and the greed and corruption that surrounds us, and the fact that we pay absolutely no attention to it or the good things that surround us because we are so glued to a screen. And the video really finishes off that message so perfectly, and I am ecstatic about it. So once the lyrics were finally finalized and I started recording this song, I was also recording it side by side with another song of mine called Natalie, which I haven't released yet. Stay tuned for that, by the way. But I wasn't sure which one I was going to drop, and with Natalie being more fictional and more of a fantastical romance novel of a song, and Tomorrow being written about the world we are living in together at this moment today, I decided that Tomorrow was the more important message to send, so we were going to release that one first. And to complete that message, I was like, you know what, we can do a simple little video. So at first, I figured we'd make a nice and easy shoot, maybe just 2 or 3 main videos comped down into one, synced up to match the track, and there's the music video. I didn't really want to bother anybody with it, so I figured I'd just bother the person I bother most often and am therefore most comfortable bothering, my wonderful wife, Melanie. I just told her, hey, let's go down into Jeanette, grab a camera, and we'll film some simple little videos to match up with the track. You'll play the song on your phone, film the shot with my phone, and we'll sync it up later, and it'll be done. 2 or 3 days, it'll be edited. Simple, easy. So that's when we went and shot the first one of me walking down the street in a red shirt, playing the guitar and singing the song, and then went down to the mural, which was another one of the main shots that I wanted to get. So the idea of the mural shot was a guy staring into his phone, submerged into it and completely ignoring the artwork that's on the wall behind him. And I did kind of want it to be someone other than the person singing the song in the video, me, so I did have an idea to ask one of my friends to do that part, but again, I didn't really want to burden anybody, didn't want to bother anybody, so I was just like, you know what, just Melanie and I'll film it and get it done, and it'll be good enough. Enter my friend Tony, lifelong friend of mine. I've known him since grade school, probably first grade or so. This is actually the dude I had in mind to walk through because he's one of my only friends. So I was going to just have him come through and walk it if I did bother anybody, but I decided against bothering anybody. Anyway, here he comes anyway, rolling through on his motorcycle. Flag him down. He stops, and I explain the premise of the video to him. He's all about it. So, he takes off his helmet. We hang out for probably 5 or 10 minutes and shoot this shot. So the idea here is, since we have 2 people, we're going to bump shoulders and pretend it never happened, because we're so submerged in our phones that we don't even know it happened. We can run into each other and still have no idea of the world that's going on around us. Even if it comes up and slaps us in the face, we got our phones, nothing else matters. So we got that shot. After Tony and I filmed that one, Melanie and I went up to the Gaskill School and got the second guitar playing shot of the video, and that's where I'm sitting on the steps, kind of just playing in front of this old abandoned building, just run down. Again, the world we live in today. So we got all those shots done, and I was excited to get back into the studio and start editing them to the finished song, and that's what I did. And I got the video completely done. And I watched it, and I was like, yeah, it's good enough, but I have an idea. And at that point, I started bothering people. So I reached out to a couple of friends of mine who I knew could play a couple of parts, and that is Ian and Josh. Initially, I reached out to Josh to play the homeless dude because he's got this big, luscious beard. I was like, dude, come on through. We're gonna get you playing this part. I need you to play a homeless guy. He was all about it, and he did. Then I messaged my friend Ian. Ian had some background in security and that kind of training, and I thought maybe he might have some uniforms handy, so I reached out to him, said, hey, I could use somebody to play a cop in this video. Would you be interested in coming to do it? And he was down. So that was the original plan. Then I posted on Facebook to get some other people involved, and that's when the actual rules started to get filled and some things kind of shifted around. A good friend of mine messaged me who was absolutely perfect to play the cop role, and he ended up doing that. Thank you, Adam. That put Ian into the role of one of the people beating the homeless guy, Josh. And in a second, I'm going to tell you how I know all these people. That's kind of a cool story. So Adam came through and played the cop, and then I was actually thinking we might have so much footage that the shot of Tony and I walking past the mural might end up getting deleted. So I had Tony come through and play one of the people beating Josh. That way, everyone is still in the video, which luckily didn't end up actually getting rid of the mural shot anyway. So Tony is in the mural shot, and he's also one of the people beating the homeless guy. So, man, just know that he wasn't actually homeless, and we did it to send a message, and if you watch the video, you'll understand the message, I think. So, cool story about Josh and Ian. My first serious band was called Villa Manor, and Josh was the bass player of that band. Later on, after Villa Manor had parted ways and I was doing the solo project, this very solo project, when I first started it, I wanted to have a band behind it, and I still do, and the schedules just didn't line up with us, but Josh was also involved in Brad Abbott plus the band. Initially, he was the bass player. Then I got reacquainted with my good friend Ian, who's also in the video. He plays bass. He came through, decided to play for Brad Abbott plus the band for a little while, which shifted Josh over to keyboards. I had a drummer in the band as well, a good friend of mine, Andrew, who didn't get to be involved in the video, but came this close. I wish Andrew could have been in, and if it wasn't for work schedules, he would have been, but because of schedules, he didn't end up being in. Anyway, so Josh was in my first band, Villa Manor, and then Josh and Ian together were in Brad Abbott plus the band when I first started this solo project and had a band with me. There's some pictures that I might be able to post of all of us jamming. So, Adam, Tony, Josh, Ian, Rachel, and of course, last but not least, my wonderful wife, Melanie, who spent a lot of time behind the cameras for that video, and even some time on the cameras. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. All of you guys were awesome. Thank you so much for being in the video. Thank you for watching the video, hearing the message, listening to the song, sharing the video and the song around with your friends. You know it's on streaming platforms everywhere, Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you listen to music, you can find the song, and you can find the video here on YouTube. I will also put it right here, and you can subscribe to me right here. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for all your support. We'll talk to you then.